Good morning, everyone. We continue here in the KITZUR HILCHOS SHABBOS, the laws of bishul of cooking, and we have a bit of a bigger little chapter today to begin to explain Mailos v'midos hachoim, the different types of utensils, vessels that you can cook in, and how we view their heat, and that's inside of it. Yesh kama mailos v'madrigas v'midos hachoim. There are many different levels in the heat and the temperatures that are in the vessels that we cook in. Hashonis v'mitzvus and v'shonis gam b'dineim, and they're different in their mitzias and their essence, and in the halachas. B'negei le'issa b'shul v'Shabbos, when it comes to cooking on Shabbos, v'elohim, and these are them. And he begins with what's called Kli Rishon ala ish, the first vessel that is still on the fire. What does that mean? That means that whatever you were cooking with and cooking in, and it's still on the fire, that's the Kli Rishon, that is the first vessel that's still on the fire. Anything that you're not allowed to put directly on the fire on Shabbos, you're not allowed to put that food into a Kli Rishon, into a pot, a vessel that's on the fire. It doesn't matter whether or not the pot was on the fire at the time that you want to put that piece of food into it. Even if you remove the pot from on the fire. However, you plan to return it onto the fire. This prohibition also is in this category as well. There's no difference between something that was not yet fully cooked something that was cooked already. Even something that's dry, even if it's still hot. And really there's no prohibition of bishul of cooking. Over here, it's not because of cooking that is asur, rather because there's an issur chazar, there's a prohibition of returning things. Like we already explained above. We'll explain it later on when we get to the laws of chazara, of returning things to the fire. We did make a distinction before whether or not you put the food directly into the Kli Rishon, into this pot. That's the first vessel where the food is cooking. Or you put it on top of the pot, which is only considered to be samach leish, it's close to the fire. Shemuter b'davar yovesh. Over there, for something that's dry, you're allowed to do that. Shkahu mevushel kol tzarcha, as long as it's cooked completely. The kol davar atzli, anything that was roasted or baked, gam came with the lasim al gabi keder, you can put it on top of the pot. Al eish, that's even on the fire. But that's not called cooking. That's not called cooking over here. So I can, even though the Kli Rishon, this first pot, is still on the fire, as long as the lid is on and I want to put food on top of that lid, that's going to be permissible. That's no prohibition of cooking at all. You can also put a davar lach, even something that's moist, that was cooked, that has not yet dried, you can put that on top of the pot as well. However, if you have something that's moist, even if it was cooked and now it already cooled off, so if you have something that's dried, like let's say a bereka with gravy that's on it, and the gravy and got cold already, then you would not be allowed to put it there, even on top of the pot. Have a wonderful day.